Hi everybody, it's Eric at PVCMe.us, and today I'm going to show you how to install eye screws in the corner of all your signs. These eye screws are 10 by 1 3/8. The 10 is the diameter of the actual eye screw and the 1 3/8 is the distance of it. So I find that these work perfectly well. First thing is that you need a drill, and you need a very small drill bit. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that is a 5/64 inch drill bit. It's a very small bit. When you put this hole into this plastic, you want it to be able to still be, you have to have some plastic for the teeth on the eye screw to bite into. So you need a hole for it to get started, but you still need it to be tight when you're putting it in. If you start putting your eye screws in and they screw in by hand really easy, then they're not in well enough and the wind is going to end up pulling those out. So you need to make sure that it's a little bit of a struggle to get these eye screws in. Use a small drill bit and then use the eye screws that I showed you. And I've got signs that have been up for years in pretty ferocious storms. Eye screws have never come out. Alright, so you get your drill ready. I'm going to show you how to put them in. There's 4 of them in this 24 by 24 swinging sign. So move that base out of the way. There's a relatively high potential for hurting yourself here if you're not careful. Don't ever drill towards your hand, because the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to slip and that drill bit is going to go into your hand somewhere. So these PVC fittings are a little bit slippery, so I'm just telling you, be careful. All right. I find the center portion of that 90 by putting my finger at the bottom of it, and then I rest my drill bit on my finger, so I know it's in about the middle of that fitting. Then I move my hand out of the way, so that if my drill slips, it's not going into my fingers. Drill a hole in the corner. I'm going to do that for all 4 of these, show you every one of them. Find the middle of that fitting or close to it. Get my hand out of the way. Drill that hole. Get my hand out of the way and drill the hole. Just putting the eye screws into the corners. I always turn my project and finish all of them at once. If you're doing this right, it is going to be hard to get them in more than 1/4 of an inch by hand. And in order to get them all the way in, you're going to need some kind of tool. So there you can see I've got that one going in that corner. And in this corner. The manual way to do this is with a little pair of vice grips or a little pair of pliers. And if you have lucky enough to have a small pair of vice grips, you clamp them on to your eye screw, and you can turn it till it goes in. So there you've got an eye screw in the corner there. I came up with a tool for doing that. I'm going to use my tool now, and then I'm going to show you in another helpful hint how to make one of these tools. So what it is a 3/8 inch nut driver, and I have clamped it in my vise and cut a slot in the top of it. In one of the helpful hints that you can watch, I'll show you how to make that. It makes driving these eye screws in really easy. So if you're in the sign shop business, or you're going to be making a lot of these frames, you definitely want to make one of these eye screw setting tools. So I've got that 3/8 inch nut driver in my drill. I'm going to put the groove over that eye screw, And watch carefully now as I pull the trigger on this drill. That eye screw is in a heartbeat. So I'm going to go around and set the other one. Like I said, if you're only doing one sign, all you need is a pair of pliers. If you're doing lots of signs, you're going to want to make one of these tools. We've got eye screws set in our sign. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.